That's the thing. Immortality is very real. There's a certain way you gotta get it, and there's a very, not just a life altering price, but a soul altering price you gotta pay to get it. Pretty much, you gotta make a deal with a demon, and most people don't win. Usually, they go to hell. Pretty much, you gotta make a bet with a demon or a gamble with a demon. Yeah, you gotta make a certain type of pretty much a certain covenant with a demon. If you lose, you go to hell. You win, you get your dreams come true. But yeah, if you win, you're gonna pay the price for eternity, not just a lifetime, but a soul-altering price. You're gonna have to pay forever for that gift of immortality, and you most likely won't win. Nobody ever wins. That's the truth. I was very lucky to win. My deal was I had to beat Satan and all the demons in a duel of words for a month straight, and I could only commit limited sins: weed, cigarettes, and caffeine. And I had to justify everything I ever did in my life, I ever fought, and everything I ever said, thought, and did. And I had to justify everything in my life, and the demons were constantly picking it apart. Yeah, I'm the first person to ever win that. I obtained immortality, but now I always gotta be morally accurate with everything I do. That's the price I gotta pay for my immortality. If I'm ever wrong morally, I automatically go to hell. For real. Now I always gotta be automatically morally correct. If I'm wrong, there has to be a justification that's reasonable within biblical morals. For real. Every time I'm wrong, if I'm ever wrong, it has to be within biblical reason that's justifiable. Always. If I'm ever wrong, I automatically go to hell. I gotta pay forever for that price of immortality. That's the thing. Most people don't win. And yeah, you gotta pay forever for that price of immortality. But yeah, immortality is very real. Pretty much, if I'm always biblically, morally justifiable within everything I think, say, and do, I get more powerful. But yeah, if I'm wrong, I automatically go to hell. That's a tough price to pay. I always have to be biblically, morally justifiable with everything I think, say, and do. It started with the covenant I made when I was 25. That's the price of immortality. And it's very real. I can only use my powers for what's justifiable, biblically, morally. I literally can't use my powers for anything that's wrong. But yeah, I live forever as long as I'm always right. But it's very hard to always be right.